Okay, guys, if you don't find this fascinating, I'm just blown away by this word Jesuit because this is who rules the world. This is who rules this flesh earth. It's not who rules the universe. It it's who rules this flesh, possession, money, earth, right? This money mentality, possession mentality, live by the sword mentality, earth, right? And these men obviously kill people. They run the they poison people. They run the Hollywood, indoctrinate people, conform people. They run the medical pharma industrial complex, so they're trying to be gods of men. They actually create the disease, and then they pretend like, oh, we're the savior. They're the savior. Do you know Jesuit and savior? This is what I've always warned you against the savior. Always. These men always claim that they're the saviors. And they always send you saviors that are false prophets, like presidents. All you can do is go through all of our presidents and see all the lies and deceptions and the conformity and the conditioning that they've taught you over hundreds of years of our history. Now, remember, Jesus is the day of the sun, right? Sunday. So they all actually see themselves as Jesus too, or Julius Caesar, right? And Jesuit is 84 in Gematria, and Sunday is 84 in Gematria. So you wonder why you go to church. In English Gematria, it is 504, like the area code in New Orleans. Remember New World Order, New Orleans? And then 10 and 4, or the two sons of 1 and 4, 14, which is a symbol of the masculine feminine. Do you know where? Remember, I keep telling you that Jesuits are vampires. Well, guess what? Jesuit and vampire is both 84 in Gematria. Oh, Fred, you're just crazy. Oh, no, I'm not. I've always told you these are blood drinkers. They drink the blood of the Christ. And what they do is, you see, this is what I believe. You believe what you want to believe. I believe that these are fallen angels. And the knowledge of God is blocked from them. Because I even worked in the corporate world, and the corporates are run by the Jesuits. Corpse, you're dead. Corporations, corpses, dead people. You actually call your boss, which is a dead man. He's brain dead. And you, yes, boss, I will do's, be's what you says. Long as you have a job, Job, you will be in the world of Satan, satanic. So, and of course, you're serving a false deity, false god, money. Why do you say, yes, a boss, bees does what you says? Why do you do that? Well, because you want some money. You want possessions. You want food, because they took control of your food. And I guess you're too slothful and lazy to go out there and grow it yourself. Do you know the word men in black and Jesuit is the same thing? I've said this in videos many years ago. I told you they're the men in black. And this is the first time I did this, but men in black is 84 in Gematria. They're the Jesuits. And guess who ET is? Because you live on a plan of ET, right? Guess who ET is? Well, that's the Jesuses, the real Jesuses, the spiritual, the awakened ones, the ones that God communicates with. That's the ETs. And they're actually called copper bloods because it's an evolved human. You go from iron, which is Rh positive, to copper, which is Rh negative. So there are two human species on this planet. And also, I believe that these vampires, these Jesuits, are clones. They're, how can I say this? They've taken possession of the Rh negative body. In other words, they're like mad Frankenstein scientists that take, the evil brain and transplant it into an Rh negative body, an evolved human body. And of course, they harvest, people like me that are Rh negative. They harvest us. They harvest our organs to stay alive. And they drink our blood. I mean, it's easy. Oh no, Fred, they don't drink blood. Really? You go to church and you drink blood, which is wine or whatever, grape juice, whatever you do in your church, and you eat the body. So you're a cannibalistic vampire because you're doing what they do. As long as you do what they do, then you're doing satanic rituals or antichrist, anti-God rituals. The dog star. Remember they call people sir in the military? Sir is Sirius. That is the dog star. That's our binary star of the sun. There you go. Dog star in Gematria is 84. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Senior. My father was a senior. I'm a junior, right? Senior is associated with Sirius. Toyota is, you read it backwards, it says Atoi, which is the atom. Okay, and then it's got a symbol of the binary star system, right? The primordial egg of the binary stars, Sirius and our sun, which is the father that sits at the right hand of the sun, because our sun, Sirius, sits at the right hand of the sun. You can see Sirius, that very, very bright star. The second to brightest star is Venus, which is a planet. Well, it's really a star, and it follows the sun. But Sirius doesn't follow the sun. Anyway, but okay, Iron Man. Iron Man is the savior. He's making movies. Iron Man, which is the half man, half robot, right? Because these Jesuits are robotic mentalities. Iron Man in Gematria is 84. So they make movies about themselves. The geniuses, the weapon makers. Who is Iron Man? He's a weapon maker. He makes the weapons. He lives by the sword. Kronos. Remember I told you? Kronos is 24, the number 24x in Gematria. Kronos. I even have a movie called Kronos, Chronological. That is Father Time. That is the symbol 6, which is a symbol P, which is a symbol B, which is a symbol D, and the symbol 9. Okay, the number 9 is the good symbol out of these 3 bad symbols. All right. Fallen One. Remember I told you? These are the fallen ones. Jesuit in Gematria is 84. Fallen One in Gematria is 84. Do you not find this fascinating? Well, it's not fascinating. It's a fact. They're flat out, through the numerology, through the Gematria, through the engraved image symbols and the codes, they're just telling you who they are, flat out, and they're not hiding it. They're telling you that they're vampires, that they're sun gods, and that they're fallen ones, and they're Iron Man, and they're Kronos. They're telling you who they are. And it's unbelievable. I love you is a symbol of 84 in Gematria. Long hair. Jesus has long hair. Long hair in Gematria is Jesuit, which is the opposite. And that is a symbol of feminine energy. And that is Jesuit. Worth. They talk about money, worth. Child abuse, the agenda, child abuse. Child abuse in Gematria is Gematria. And believe you me, these are child abusers. These are, they'll say, oh, look at that man. He's a child abuser. That father abused his child. He screamed at him. Well, these people actually kill babies and drink their blood. So how can you compare that to a father that maybe raises his voice at a child? Let me ask you a question. If you were a kid, would you rather your daddy raise your voice at you or somebody take you before you're born and suck you through a tube and then drink your blood? And then you don't even get a chance to live. Which one is it? Do you want to go with the Jesuits or the daddy that raises his voice at you? This is how stupid humanity has become. It's unbelievable.